Hey guys, Bergenstein here with the video series that I haven't done in quite some time. We're going to be going back to a solo pub tutorial. So in this video, I'm going to be playing the Löwe, which is a German heavy premium tank, and I don't actually like it very much. It's very slow, it does have decent penetration with premium rounds, and it can be a great sniper, but I just don't enjoy the gameplay of the tank. Unfortunately, I bought it back when we didn't really know too much about World of Tanks, thought it would be a great tank, so I do have a lot of games played on it. One of the most important things to look at when you're pubbing, especially in a brawler, is what tier are you up against. I can look over there on the right side of the screen and see that there are only 5 tier 8s. That means that I can overpower most of the tanks I'm going to be playing against. Especially when you're in a heavy tank, those lower tiers are going to have a lot of troubles penetrating you as long as you angle correctly. Now when I go up against another tier 8, there's a good chance that they will be able to penetrate me, but especially in a high HP tank, I can play very aggressively here, try and move in, brawl with these lower tier tanks, and just get a lot of damage out. This is the assault game mode. That means that one team has to attack and the other team has to defend. I happen to be on the defending team this time, but as I just finished explaining, because I'm on this tier 8 brawler against a bunch of lower tier tanks, I'm actually going to play this defense very aggressively. I'm going to rush this corner that I know they have to move to, and I'm going to look behind me to make sure I have cover. When I push this corner, I'm going to push up, try and take a shot, and then back around a rock to a position where if the enemy wants to move to hit me, all those tanks back there in the A4 area are going to have shots on the tank that pushes me. As a primary 5100 and 1390 driver, you can see right here why this tank drives me crazy. I'm going to slow down to 14 kilometers an hour moving up this hill. In a 5100 or a 1390, that just doesn't happen. I can zip around the map, I can flank, I can do lots of dynamic play. In this tank, however, it's really very difficult for me to cross the map. I need to move to a position where I'm going to get lots of damage out, and I'm not going to have to move. I found that's actually one of the most important things to do when you are playing these heavy tanks. You have to make sure that the position you go to first is going to be a position where you can get some damage out, because it is so difficult to reposition. Like I said, in a 1390, I can move, I can find one tank, I can get some damage on him, and then I can move to a different part of the map and find some more damage over there if I chose incorrectly. With these heavy tanks, had they not pushed this direction, or had I not pushed to a point where I know they're going to be, repositioning to get myself over into the 1-3 side is going to take a very long time. Looking at the tanks that I'm engaging on this corner, I do have 2 tier 8s attacking up here against me. That means that I can't be too aggressive. These tier 8s are going to be able to put out damage and hang with me. I won't be able to roll over them like tier 7s. So I'm going to move out, I'm going to take my shot, and I'm going to try and back and make sure that anytime they take a shot on me, I'm putting out more damage with my team on them than they can get on me. And by that I mean I have to move back to a position where the tanks behind me get those shots. I do get tracked there, but that's okay. If someone comes out to take a shot at me, like this guy right there, I'm going to be able to track him. Someone from behind me should take that shot. Now this is a pub, even though that looks like it should be a wide open shot, you do see Artie coming in there, no one ends up taking it. But he doesn't have repairs, so I'm able to get that kill. I can back a little bit farther, and I am below 50% HP here, but I've already got a decent amount of damage out this round. Because I am a bit low on HP, I'm going to stay in my position here. I want those tanks to push into me where they're going to be exposed. Hopefully that Artie's going to start landing some shots, get some damage out, and then I'll be able to move in and clean up some of these tanks. I do see some damage going out on that tank. He does take a lot, so I'm going to try and move in for the kill. He backs behind some hard cover, and I don't like what I see. I don't want to take any more damage, so I just take a very fast shot, hoping that it penetrates something, and it doesn't. As soon as I take that, I back around this rock again and move into my safe position where someone will have to push into my teammate's shots to try and kill me. I'm able to thread the needle on that tank, picking up some much needed damage. That puts one of their tier 8s within one-shot range, and that's a big deal. It means that I'm able to start trying to bully these tanks, push them out of position, and pick up more damage while bouncing some shells. I have 2 options here. I see that 2 tanks could possibly be moving to flank me. I could either deal with them or try and get a little more damage out on that KV. Now the KV is a much more threatening tank to me, so I'm going to try and do some damage to him. At the angle that I'm shooting there, he does not have a shot on me, but I don't have a great shot on him. I'm hoping that I can maybe penetrate, but I do bounce that shot, which puts me in a dangerous reload. If those tanks came in from behind me, they would be able to get me. I try again, I see another angle that I think I have a chance at penetrating, where he's not going to have any possible shot on me. I take the shot, and that one doesn't penetrate either. I've backed around this rock into what I consider my safe position. I know that that KV, if he pushes me, is going to have to push into the rest of my team, and they're going to be able to beat him very badly. Now, I wish they were getting a little more damage out on him right there. It feels like he should be at a great angle. I take a shot on him, which I absolutely should have penetrated. As he puts a shot into me, I'm going to turn my tank so that I'm able to bounce one of his shells, keeping my HP up a little bit. Now, this is a difficult decision. I know that KV is pushing into me. I'm going to give him some free damage, but I see a tank kill. I really want to make sure that that kill happens so that he can't get shots on my back. I then turn around, I see this KV, I'm able to bounce one more shot against him by angling, I line up a shot on his side, and I'm able to pick up the kill on him. So, I did take a bit of damage there, I'm down to 404 hit points, but I was able to pick up 2 tank kills, which gives us a pretty large advantage moving in on this side of the map. Knowing that I've just killed their main tier 8 threat on this side of the map, and the other tank that was a tier 8 over here is dead as well, I'm going to focus on putting out uncontested damage onto the tanks pushing the rest of my team. I leave my back facing this direction because I am out of spot range, and if I get pushed, it's going to be from the other side. That way I can possibly bounce a shot if a lower tier tank comes into me, but right now I just want to put some damage out so that the rest of my team can successfully defend that cap point. I try and line up this final tank moving into cap. I'm not going to get shots on him, but I am going to start trying to figure out where I can move to try and pick up this top gun. I see that most of their remaining tanks are spotted. They're all in that G1 through 3 and K1 through 3 area, but their arty hasn't been spotted. If the arty hasn't been spotted, there's a good chance that he might be near that 3 spawn over at F0. I'm going to start pushing that way since I am the only tank over here, and I'm going to hope that I can pick up some more free damage and an easy kill. We like to jokingly call this tank the Slow, because it really is painfully slow. I'm trying to move over to the other side of the map to pick up this Top Gun and high caliber medals, but it's just so difficult. I'm moving at 25 kilometers an hour right now, which just is not fast. I'm hoping that maybe the rest of my team might be slow as well, since we are primarily heavy tanks left, but that's not likely. I do end up catching a tank in the mid there. I'm going to try and line him up. If I have shots, I'll take him. If not, I'll move on. I do end up getting the hit on him. I'm hoping that no one else gets that kill as I have this slow reload. I look, he moves away, and I'm going to try and reposition to a point where I will have a shot on him past that rock. I get my shot back, I'm looking, and I don't see him. I decide that since I can't finish that TD, I'm going to move to this arty and take the shot on him. Now, I absolutely should have penetrated that. There's absolutely no excuse for not penetrating that. I take my reload, I move up for an easier shot, I see him again, I'm going to line him up, I'm going to make sure this one hits, and I do end up getting that kill with a high roll. I'm now sitting at 5 kills. There's only one tank left, and he's all the way on the other side of the map. I'm sitting in D9, he was sitting down there on that J line at J3, and there's almost no chance of me getting there in time. The only way that I might be able to pick up this kill is if I can find an angle where I can get a shot from over here and hope to pick up that last hit. Now, he is at 100% HP, but he's a tier 7, so he doesn't have a lot of HP. I stop here, hoping that I can line up a shot. I'm going to try and see if I have shots if he moves to the left and right, because if I can only get one in, the odds of picking up the kill are very low. I don't end up liking that spot, so I'm going to continue moving to where I feel like I can get better shots on him and hopefully finish him off. As I see him moving away from those tanks, I'm going to try and anticipate where I'll have the best shots. I do see him moving off to my left. It looks like I might be able to get a good shot on him, so here in just a moment, I'm going to stop, I'm going to try and line up that shot, and I'm going to go ahead and take it. Now, even though I really do want this Top Gun, I'm going to get as much damage out as possible, because that's what really matters. I get that shot, I know I've got some time to reposition in between shots, so I start rolling forward to where I have better overall shots on him again. He is behind that rock there. I don't have a good shot, so I continue moving forward, and I'm actually getting kind of close to him. He takes one more hit. I hope that I've got a shot here. I've barely got any red on him. I take the shot, and I end up getting the kill, which does give me my Top Gun medal. Looking at the after battle report, I definitely had a pretty good round in a tank I don't like. I picked up that mastery badge, a Top Gun, a tank sniper, a high caliber, and a steel wall. Looking at my damage, I was able to deal about 4,100 damage, 6 kills, and got over 1,500 experience. I'll absolutely take that. Looking at the other stat screen here, it says that I fired 20 shots with 19 direct hits and 18 penetrations. That seems a little high going back and look at the video, but I must have gotten some critical hits that seemed like bounces. I took 13 hits and was only penetrated 7 times, so I did a decent job bouncing. that's going to do it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Feel free to let me know what kind of World of Tanks videos you guys want to see. I'm absolutely willing to take requests. If you enjoy them, like and subscribe on YouTube, follow me on Twitter, and I'll see you guys in the next video.